rise and shine. Let's get ready to take on the day. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
All right. Good morning, SVG. Good morning, folks within the region. Those internationally. Right.
You're
Take a
good?
deep breath. But I tell you, technology is just.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. It's 7:23 is the time. It is the 17th day of July. It's somebody's birthday and somebody's anniversary. And the police are having a grand time today. Good morning to the RSVGPF and a special good morning to the folks of Sight Rivers.
Sight indeed, a sight.
Rivers. Welcome to Activated Mornings for yet another lovely, glorious, it's a wet morning on this side. Nevertheless, it's going to be a great morning. All right. 4579997 is the number to call and WhatsApp. So let's get interactive. Good morning. And she's always first. You need a trophy, my dear. You need a WeFM trophy. All right. Thank you for joining us. Make sure to share the live, and comment and like, You understand? You good? Good morning, Roleza. Sorry.
Yeah, I good no. But listen, when it wasn't the computers.
Do you need like a drink? You need a drink?
What kind of drink?
I don't know.
I don't know,
Like
something.
the salsa bush outside.
Yeah, I'm good. It's just, when you want things to work, and 1 minute something is working and next minute it's not working and you're trying to figure out what to do, it's just annoying. It's just highly annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Best
it is
thing
what
to
it
do
is.
just
take a deep breath and go home, go sleep.
Nah, let go and let God.
Nah, go sleep. When you cannot figure out your way in life, go to sleep.
I say, hey, G, what up, G? Take that.
Yeah, so I hand it off to you, God. I
sleep.
am going to sleep.
Yeah, bye. All right. So some folks went to bed and decided that it was a great idea to attempt to rob GECCU.
All right. Although
To take my money?
I saw that post, but I was trying to, and this is where I'm talking about technology again because I'm trying to get this thing to open and
Which
I'm not
post?
seeing anything.
Let me show the video. While that loads, let's show the video.
Yeah.
I took out the audio deliberately because there were
Vincey's-
some expletives in
Vincey's
there.
are being Vincey's.
Number one. And number two, they were like telling the officers to let him go. Let we deal with him the way we want
You
to
took
deal
out
with
the
him.
audio for that?
Yeah,
I would've
well,
kept it, man.
well, if we have a problem with Zionize politically, we will have a problem with the audio, the background for this one. Oh, you want me to go
Just
over
shift,
there?
right? So right.
Move over.
Very good, very good.
Like
Teamwork
me,
makes the dream work.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So the video is going to go up on Facebook and YouTube at WeFM 99 SVG. Let me give you like a 5 seconds to go and look for WeFM.
No, 5 seconds.
99 SVG. All right. All right. Good. You're supposed to find it by now. You see the live? You see it? If you're driving, you could pull aside. Pull aside. Okay, so here we go. So that's a little video there. For those of you who can't see it, it's the officers attempting to place.
You have more? I didn't see this. All right, let me go and look at this video.
Yeah, let me start it over. Let me take it down. Let me start it over. So the officers are attempting to put a gentleman in a vehicle, right? And the people of South Rivers are just passing blows while the officers are there, right? Holding him with his hands behind his back. Somebody is recording because we need a videographer for this, more than one people. And they're just letting go clout after clout after clout. Cameraman had to pull away his phone too. Big up to this cameraman. This one here, that's how you do it.
Keep the camera steady.
Keep the camera steady and on the target. Right? So they're just letting go. And you could even see a civilian attempting to pull off his shoe, like pull him away from the police, right? But this guy going with his bike. Anyways, so they were attempting to pull the guy because they wanted to deal with him the way they wanted to, right? The second clip, the second part of the video is police officers again taking another gentleman on the back of the, what do you call that? Pickup?
Yeah, in the, what do you call that part?
The Hilux kind of, the pan.
The pan, right.
The pan of the vehicle.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you just see this stick up here out of nowhere. But one lash. I forgot to take out the cap cut there. But I'm going to play it again. Because some people would have missed it.
I actually did not see this clip. I saw one where they caught the guy where they caught the guy close to the river. Or he
Yeah.
was in the river or close to the river, whatever. I saw that one.
there are other clips with him in the river. I'm like, I didn't put that in because everybody see that already.
But you know,
want me to
so
show
what
that
is
one too?
interesting?
Licks,
You'd
watch
have had to,
licks,
yeah. Well, you know what's
licks.
interesting is so the police officer is holding him. So it seems as if they allowed for him to get 1 or 2 lashes initially.
So
but
that
when
they
it
wouldn't have to do it.
started getting out of hand, then they were trying to be protective of the gentleman.
Now, I think the door couldn't open because the door was probably locked from the inside. And you see where the guy come in the second clip out of nowhere and just butter.
Yeah,
I did
and
not
then he had
expect that.
And he had a stick. I noticed that one hit him with a stick after.
Yeah. But I mean, and then this final part here, I think there's a young lady in the back of this one.
Oh wow.
Yeah, see her going there?
Okay.
There are others with her closer and what's not. If you notice, like you can't really make out the people and faces yet in these clips.
Yeah, I saw the one with the guy caught close to the river. You could see his face in that one.
Yeah, the others too. There are others. There are others.
You could see his face in
people.
that. So you're saying that you are not in agreement with him being or them being tapped up a little bit?
What do you mean by the villagers?
By the villagers?
This is what we mean when it takes the entire nation to help fight crime. Right? If I think the police saved these people.
They did.
They saved these people
They
because
did.
one of the videos I told you I took out the audio because somebody said, let him go, let us take his life.
Oh, but there's a video, one of the videos that I saw, they said beat him, but don't shoot him. But I think that was directed to the officers.
To the officers, no, but somebody said, let him go, let we 4-letter word him. That's why I took it out, because enable.
Okay, so I know that there are things that we say on air and things that we have, conversations we have off air, right?
Yeah.
Because we need to be responsible. But would I be totally hypocritical if I said that it was wrong for the villagers to hit him? My answer
wrong
would be
for the
no,
what?
for the villagers to hit him.
No, because honestly,
I would say no.
Honestly, you are committing a crime. One.
You mean the
right?
villagers hitting?
No, I'm not speaking about the villagers.
Okay,
this group of people, right? They obviously had sufficient evidence to be able to do what they did. Hitting people, I mean, legally,
that's assault.
What's not. However, we have issues with folks getting away and communities hiding people. I don't know where these folks are from, but I feel a part of it is because if they were not from South Rivers, right, or the surrounding communities, that might have been that might have helped them. Because if you know somebody, you may not be inclined to. May not.
Or even if they're not from the community, but person saw them in the act, then that could have also been a reason why it is they surrounded them and did what they did, because it seems as if they were captured by the villagers and then police were called in.
These are the things that you need to see.
Right.
Not necessarily assault, but people within the community helping to fight crime. What if everybody was like, seeing blind, here and deaf? Would they have gotten away with it? Right? I think it should be emulated. Not the assault, not the hitting. It's not part, but actually capturing folks and holding them for the police to come and apprehend them.
I think you call it civilian arrest. I think it's called a civilian
whatever
arrest.
The term, whatever the legal jargon is. Things like this, like you need to have a space or the environment where people are afraid to commit crime. They are afraid to commit crime because people in the community or somebody might see something and say something or do something.
I am happy with the couple taps that they got. I would never be an advocate for persons being let's say severely beaten in a sense, or let's say other harm coming to them. But the little bit of thumbs that they got, I would be very hypocritical if I said that the villagers are wrong for doing it. You know why? We have gotten to a stage in society where we have become so enraged about the crime situation that's happening. When I heard of this, I remember the situation that happened in Barley, and I wondered if it was the same group of persons who did the same act.
Honestly,
or tried to commit the same act.
To be honest, for the police's sake and the nation's sake. I hope it is, because that means we have one less crime to solve. And that means that was their intent to go somewhere else after.
And because of the fact that they were not caught at that initial time, and we're saying that if they are the same persons, same group of persons, listeners, the fact that, let's say if they were the same persons in that incident, or if they had heard of that incident and wanted to emulate a similar situation by attacking another financial institution, because no one was captured in that particular one, they thought that, okay, so it's easy, right? It's an easy target. We can do it. We can get away. Yeah. But as is always said, the work of the police the community has to be involved with it. And I am happy to see that the villagers captured them, the villagers held them, and
if police didn't come anytime they come in.
But I'm not sure if it would have gotten to a case where, let's say, they would have been, let's say, murdered. Like, we just take it to the extreme. I don't believe that it would have necessarily gotten to that extent, right?
It probably would have gotten to the hospital, though.
Probably got to the hospital.
You didn't listen to the rage in these people's voices.
And that is the thing. We are outraged or enraged as a society because of the fact of the crime escalation. It keeps escalating.
You have to make them uncomfortable. And just like how we're supposed to make anybody who attempts or tries or does sexual crimes, it's supposed to make them uncomfortable.
And this situation reminded me of a situation that happened in North Leeward a few years ago, where I think a guy had kidnapped a little girl. And I can't remember the full details of it, but the community came together and they beat the guy and then called the police.
And then called
the police. And this is a crime against a child. I'm not sure to what extent she was affected or assaulted, etc. I can't remember it. But when you think of these type of situations where persons are targeting the helpless, the persons who cannot help or defend themselves. And I'm not speaking of jungle justice here, people, right? I suppose the way in which I'm trying to phrase this is that it's moderate in a sense where persons learn the lesson and they don't attempt or try to do it again, right? I'm never going to be an advocate for taking it to the full extent. But I do suppose that it's a kind of slippery slope where if I'm saying to be moderate about it, there are some persons who are going to take it to the full extent, right? So
let it be a lesson. Let it be a lesson,
right? All right.
Not a lesson to try to do it better, because you might get a little harder clout than that. All right. It could have been worse. I'm happy it's not worse. But people,
and
guys,
I suppose that the villagers themselves would have shown some restraints because they really and truly could have done more before calling the police as well.
I just find it lucky.
Well, right.
Lucky. See how they try drag him back? Yeah. This is one of the
we fed up.
This is one of the times where police ain't getting no lashing from a police video.
Oh,
I think they might have get a little hit, physically in passing, but in terms of like bashing from society, I have not seen a single thing.
Yeah.
So y'all behave yourselves. But before, Jesus. But there was quickly.
Okay, go ahead.
Somebody made a post on social media about the young lady. I don't know if it's because they know her personally or if it's because of the woman. Is a woman involved and there's empathy towards the woman, but they were saying that she would have gone through a very tumultuous time, and it's very sad to see her taking, well, because unless you're charged, the legal stuff behind it, to see her getting herself caught up in these sort of things instead of choosing the high road. There is an opportunity for you to choose better and do better regardless of where you come from.
But you see, you wouldn't have me continuing to talk.
No,
we had traffic talk.
Write it down. We had 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Okay, so we will take a piece of this after 8. All right. So what should we do? Let's try to jump into traffic talk.
Straight into traffic talk.
Right. Let's try to